Hey guys, hope all of you are doing good. So, today we are going to talk about chasing. So, this is a very common pattern and a very needed topic for most of the people who are in this journey. So, once you get to know your twin flame, once you have tasted the love uh, in this relationship, you might feel very much addicted to the person, and every other moment you would crave for the person, your twin flame, your the presence of the person. So uh, which makes you sometimes end up chasing them, okay, because somewhere you feel that you are completely uh, out of peace, out of your normal steady state, out of um, feeling comfortable with yourself. So what exactly chasing is? So I'm just going to divide this topic in three things. First is what chasing it is, what not chasing is also is, and the third thing is what exactly we need to do. So chasing may look like you are trying to message the person as much as possible, trying to call them, but they are not picking up, they are not responding. It's very common, specifically for people who are very much in the early stage of this journey. By early stage, I mean they haven't crossed that phase where they have. If you have not started healing, actually, it will happen that you are going to chase a lot. Like, so that is one form of chasing where you are just texting the person, you are not receiving anything in back. And another form of chasing is like you continuously start visiting their profile, Facebook profile, Insta profile, or trying to know about them. If you are in close vicinity, close physical vicinity, then you are trying to kind of trying to hang around them and try to get attention from them. So these are all forms of chasing. So first form of chasing is this, and there is also another form of chasing, which is like manipulation and mind games. Okay, so let's say if you are in communication with your twin flame, and even if you are healing and you are in communication, and you saw that okay, the person is not giving enough attention to you, enough time to you, so you might feel that let's play some tricks tricks and tips. For example, you might think that okay, let me starve this person from my attention so that I can get attention. So you might even try to leave them. For some time you would try to ignore them by not responding to their messages, and you might also leave them on scene, like you're trying to ignore them, you're trying to make them feel that you are being ignored so that you can starve them of attention. Okay, or it could be because of the triggers they are giving. You are trying to take revenge so that you can feel peaceful, and but that is a very soulmate dynamic, that is not a twin flame dynamic. Your twin is always going to mirror you. So if you are trying to play any manipulation games to get anything, or any mind games, okay, so it's again a form of chasing actually. Okay, you might think why it is a chasing, because ultimately you are doing it to get something from them. As long as you are doing things to get something from the outside, you are chasing mentally. Even if you have ignored the person, like not responding to their message or anything, you keep waiting for the reaction, right? Like, and it may continue for few days, like okay, what's the What's the reaction that is coming out of the next person when you're trying to ignore them or try to manipulate them to get things. So that is where you are also chasing. You are also not in peace. You are also not feeling the unconditional love for the person. Okay. So this is another type of chasing that happens. Okay. So all the things like breadcrumbing, gaslighting, goal shifting. For example, let's say if your twin has given commitment to you, uh, that okay, let's get into a relationship, but you feel like okay, let me take this as an advantage so that I can keep him always chasing me, and you try to dodge the things, like you try to use it as an opportunity to put up some new conditions. Probably if your twin said that okay, I want to get into a relationship, but you try to say something like okay, let me see, let me wait for some time, or I don't feel this, I don't feel that, when actually in your heart you feel you wanted that commitment. So just to make the another person chase you more, give you more. Okay, if you think that okay, if I say yes, then it is like wasting this opportunity. So these are and using it basically a leverage to get more things. Okay, now I have got the commitment, let me try another thing so that I can get more closer to him. So you try to put conditions that okay, I'm going to accept these things only when I get this particular things. Okay, so but in your heart you are feeling the love, you wanted the commitment. So that is again coming from your head, right? So it's again a form of chasing, because still you are wanting something from the person, which he or she is going to reflect you in coming days, not now, probably. So this is another form of kind of chasing. So all these things are chasing. Okay, if you're trying to breadcrumb, like you, even if you feel that love for your person, but you are holding that love for a person, you are not expressing it. Could be because of fear, but if you are trying to hold it intentionally so that you give as much as it is reflected back, so you're controlling your flow of love in the union. Okay, and that's breadcrumbing actually, and it is again a form of chasing. Okay, why chasing? Because you want, still want something from the person. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is always check your intentions, be aware about where it is coming from. Is it coming from your head or is it coming from your heart? Why? Because all these forms of chasing is going to keep, is going to bring more separation. Okay, it might have worked with the soulmate dynamics or the other relationships you had, but in your twin flame dynamic it is not going to work, because internally you both are same. So your twin flame knows exactly what you are trying to do. They are not fearful about your games, like what you are going to do. But yes, they are worried about you not feeling you. They are worried about your chasing. They are worried about where are the places you haven't loved yourself yet. Okay, so yeah, you can also see your twin flame applying all these things, doing all these chasing things, but it might, the only thing that you need to do over here is mirror. If you are feeling triggered, then mirror. If your twin flame is trying any manipulation and mind games, if you are getting triggered, then mirror. If you are not getting triggered, then let love speak from your heart. Probably you might end up triggering them, reflecting them as well, that okay, this is not this is not right. Like, not right as in you are chasing. You don't have to chase. You need to love yourself. You have need to come in love, because union means you have to be in love. Only then your union is possible, right? So this is what a dynamic is. Twin flame dynamic is. It's far more different than the other dynamics. So this is first category, like what exactly chasing means. And chasing can also be like trying to please them. So in a twin flame dynamic, it doesn't work. Let's say if you know that your twin flame likes chocolate, okay, but there are two ways in which you would like to give them chocolate. First is with the intention that, okay, let me give them chocolate so that I can ask in return for something which I need. So it's again a chasing. Yeah, but if you are doing it unconditionally, like, okay, from the place of love and not from a place of any need, then that is perfectly fine. Means it is going to grow your union actually. So one brings the separation and another brings union. Okay. So because unconditional love melts the next person, your twin flame, they are going to dive as deep as much as you dive deep within yourself, which simply means how far you are going in your healing. So, this was about the chasing part. Now, uh, there is another thing called not chasing. What not chasing means. So, like some people do a lot of inner work, they are healing, but and they are not chasing, okay, but is that going to bring you in union? Like, is that, like, just healing, can it bring you into union? Like some people have this notion that, okay, I don't choose, I attract. It is correct, it is definitely a correct thing. Like, it's good if you have healed and your person is coming to you. But if the person is not coming to you and you have healed and you feel really good within yourself, then is it going to bring union? No, it is not going to bring union. It is going to make you feel good with yourself all throughout the time. But if God is guiding you that you need to take steps, okay, it's good that you are not chasing, it's good that you have healed, it's good that you have peace, joy, and all the love. But if God is guiding that from this place of peace and love, you need to contact your twin flame. And specifically in those, specifically after they have rejected you so many times, they have triggered you so many times. So if you are not taking the step which is being guided to you, so even if you are sitting in peace, love, and joy, your union is going to get delayed a lot. Okay. So yeah, uh, not chasing uh, is sometimes very much misinterpreted. Okay. So what actually you need to do is, you have to take complete ownership. Even if you are healing, it's, even if you have understood the process very well, where you know how to come back to peace after getting triggered, peace, love, and joy, and all those things. But it's like still you have to take actions which is not coming from your head, but what God is guiding, what your heart is moving towards, what opens up your heart, you have to do, take those actions. And that is where it really means that you are in power. So most people, when they heal, uh, they get into a very good zone, and they start they start making, controlling their twin flame relationship by waiting for other person to heal. Okay, like, okay, if I have got into my divinity, the next person, I will wait for the person to get into their divinity, and then I'm going to accept that. Now here it might look that you are honoring your values, but yeah, like, did your twin flame came and tried to snatch your values? No, right? You can still honor your values and still be with the person. In fact, if it's your twin flame, if you are honoring your values, it's very much possible that they are going to uh, honor you, because they are not just reflection of what needs to be healed, but also reflection of all the good things you are doing to yourself. So yeah, many people have seen that. Like, if this is called spiritual ego, basically. Okay, that I am healed, and the next person is not healed, so I will wait for the person to heal and come back. Why should I do? But it is not actually. If you go beneath and see, it is just a fear. It is just a fear that the next person is going to trigger you again. The next person is going to reject you again, right? Or it could be many XYZ things. So, being in true power doesn't mean that you are not taking actions. You are just healing and staying by yourself, and you are not taking complete ownership, complete responsibility. Uh, it's less of a ownership, I feel. It's less of a responsibility. It's more of how bad do you want your twin flame harmonious union. It's good that you have a union, but how bad do you want to get into harmonious union, right? If you will just sit with yourself in peace and love and not take any actions with your twin flame, be it which is being guided by God, then yeah, you may continue with only that amount of peace and love. You won't grow in it. You will have it, but you will not grow in it. Okay. So, true power means you are willing to take every step which is being guided. First, by healing it within yourself, and then taking all the actions in the outside. And that also means being in power doesn't mean standing in a spiritual ego, but it means that you have the ability, you have the courage to approach the person, or uh, taking the actions which God is guiding, without the fear of no response, without the fear of getting blocked again, without not being treated as you expect it to be, without expecting anything in return. So basically, you are in power only when you are in unconditional love. Okay, unconditional love simply means an overflowing cup. You are already filled, you are not asking for anything. Not chasing means being in unconditional love. Uh, so yeah, from the external, from the 3D dynamics, or from a soulmate or regular relationship dynamic, it would feel like you are the stupid person. Like, there is no equal kind of thing, right? It would feel like you are just a puppy, a small puppy, and it would feel like you are someone who is so damn stupid, right? But that's not true. If it would have been other relationship, it is fine. But if it's your twin flame, then it is just fear, nothing else. Because your twin flame is equally awakened. The moment you did the inner work and healed, they also came to the same level. If you have attained your divinity, and if you're waiting for your twin flame to attain divinity so that you guys can come together, that's not true. The moment you rised up here, they are also here. Now there is a gap of this fear of taking actions, fear of getting rejected again. So the question is, do when you are into your power, do you have the courage? Now Courage also doesn't mean um, that some people are courageous. I'm not courageous. No, that's not true. Where does courage comes from? So courage comes basically from healing and your willingness towards harmonious union. And so, if you feel that you have healed completely, just because you are peaceful, no, it's not completely healed. Because if you would have healed completely, you would simply feel the unconditional love and you will simply gravitate towards your twin flame without any fear, with the understanding that there can be triggers coming in, with the understanding that whatever is going to come, I'm going to face it and I'm going to heal it. I might cry, I might feel bad, but I'm ready to face it. So that is what coming into your power means, be it a feminine or a masculine, right? So, yeah, powers would sometimes also mean that you are also fearlessly triggering your twin flame. Okay, so triggering means you are not afraid of your twin flame to trigger them. If God is guiding you to say few things, let it be. Let it be. If you are afraid, that simply means you are afraid that once you trigger them, they are going to trigger you back. You are fear of the trigger that is going to come in response, right? So that is again not being in your power, not being in unconditional love. Okay. So yeah, keep healing, and and you will get to know like what exactly it means to be in true power, and your definition of power is going to change over the period of time. Okay. So yeah, just to summarize it, um, what or coming to the solution part, like what is the solution over here, what do we need to do? So it's very simple, it's very simple. Facing your triggers first, healing it, and then following what guidance you are getting from God in your heart, what guidance it you feel intuitively, and taking actions upon it. And that is what it means to not chase, to not just sit idle. Okay. And yeah, this is what will decide how fast you achieve your harmonious union. So there is a saying that to get through the storm, you have to go through the storm. So just go through the storm. Okay. And just know that you are a very powerful soul. If you have been in twin flame journey, there is a there are some powers that you have as an awakened soul, right? As an awakened soul, you have a immense power. The only thing you need to do to tap into that power is just choosing to heal, choosing to face your triggers, right? And being with God, definitely. Your power comes from God, so it's very much, it should be your habit to connect with God on a regular basis, on a daily basis, like making your God not just someone who is going to guide you, but your friend, your best friend, your perfect teacher, your perfect lover. And that's the only way actually in this journey that is going to help you to achieve harmonious union. Okay, you might have a lot of teachers, you might have a lot of coaches, uh, but God is your ultimate teacher, God is your ultimate guide. Your teacher might say something, God might guide say something, and here again you have to choose what God is guiding to you, right? Your relationship with God should be at that level. So thank you for this. Thank you for listening to this video, and wish you all the good vibes, a lot of peace, a lot of love, and a lot of growth in this journey. Thank you so much.